2003. Prologue. Years after the war at Hogwarts, Harry Potter, the boy who lived, returned to Hogwarts with his best friend, Ron Weasley. They comforted each other. Innocent at first, cuddles and snuggles in bed, going to the lake together to bathe for protection, and sharing meals. It was survival. But sometimes unexpected things happen. Sometimes you fall in love with someone you never expected. Sometimes you fall in love with an enemy. Chapter 4, dining hall later. Harry and Malfoy were eating breakfast together.
Sorry. These are talk now. Okay. All right. Can we get that cue again, please?
Yes.
Oh, there, hey!
Okay.
And now,
Chapter 4, dining hall later. Harry and Malfoy were eating breakfast together.
Do you always eat toast?
yes, if you knew what it was like to have nothing to eat, then you would know that toast is a luxury.
Malfoy, feeling ashamed, butters a piece of toast, spreads some marmalade on it. He hands it to Potter. Potter, shocked, looks at Malfoy. Malfoy, for the first time, looks at Potter, really looks at him. From his messy black hair and his evergreen eyes and those ruby red lips, Malfoy knew. He knew something was different. He knew that things were never going to be the same.
Potter.
Malfoy. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
The two share a smile, but across the hall, Ron glares at Harry and Malfoy.
What is going on between them?
Chapter 5, the woods, next day. One afternoon, Harry and Malfoy were walking the woods together.
What do you want to do after Hogwarts?
I want to be an Auror.
Typical.
Why, Malfoy? What do you want to be?
I want to be a writer.
Huh. What kind of things do you want to write?
The world.
Oh,
You know, I feel all I know is Hogwarts and the magic community in England. There's a whole world around us. All these witches and wizards from all over the world. It would be cool to write about them.
Harry, shocked at Malfoy's honesty, goes over and gives him a brief kiss on the lips.
What was that, Potter?
I don't know. It just seemed right. Right.
Right.
Malfoy, really mad, punches Harry in the face.
What is that for?
You're not supposed to kiss other boys.
We're men!
That doesn't matter.
That's right, it doesn't matter. So what if we're two guys? If we want to kiss, we can kiss. I didn't fight Voldemort and die just to kiss girls for the rest of my life.
Malfoy shoved Potter. Potter shoved him back. Malfoy was going to shove him again, but Potter had the same idea in mind. And time stopped. Both of their arms stretched out, and from palm to palm, finger to finger, their hands touch.
Why fight if we can't love?
Chapter 6, the woods. Later, Malfoy and Harry are now in a fight.
You are nothing, Malfoy! Don't forget your family were Death Eaters! You are nothing but scum! You are lower than an ant!
Malfoy, angry, pushes Harry against the wall.
What did you say to me?
You're a coward, Malfoy!
I'm the coward? Would a coward do this?
Malfoy grabs Harry's head and kisses him passionately. Harry has never been kissed like this in his entire life. He has never felt such soft lips in his entire life. Pushed against his lips, Harry felt Malfoy's tongue. With a small gasp, Malfoy's tongue takes the opportunity to go right in. Harry, his pride not wanting to be defeated, fights with Malfoy's. He may have soft lips, but he wasn't gonna lose a battle with a Slytherin. That is not what Gryffindors do. Harry's lips molded with Malfoy. Finally, after what it seemed like it was forever, they break.
Malfoy?
Malfoy could feel his name against his lips.
Harry,
Malfoy looks at Harry.
what do we do now?
Chapter 7, Ron Weasley and Harry are now in the Gryffindor common room next day.
Harry? Harry, what were you doing with Malfoy?
I'm just spending time with him.
But what about us?
What about us, Ron?
Aren't we together?
Harry rolls his eyes.
We are. We fought together, remember?
I mean, are we together? Boyfriend?
Ron,
Harry pats his thighs. Ron goes over to sit on Harry's lap.
we will always be together, okay?
They hug and kiss. Ron reaches for Harry's zipper.
Not tonight!
So, I've spent about 7 chapters, 5,000 words, building up all this sexual tension and intrigue. I was feeling really confident that the other fans of fan fiction was really going to like my Harry Potter story, but at that time I was staring at my computer screen, I knew the foreplay was over. I had to write my first sex scene, let alone my first homoerotic sex scene. I quickly scanned the top homoerotic, stories online. I used all the knowledge from the reruns of Sex and the City, and I was confused, but I was ready. Which brings us to Chapter 8, Harry and Malfoy are now in the Hogwarts corridor later. Harry, feeling guilty, avoids Malfoy.
Stop running away from me, Harry!
Harry stops in the middle of the corridor.
I'm not.
Do you remember the first day in Charms class?
Malfoy walks closer to Harry.
What are you talking about?
The day when you were sitting with that Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger, trying to mutter that spell.
What spell?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Malfoy steps closer. He traps Harry against the wall.
Yes.
Malfoy takes out his wand. He points it to Harry's crotch.
Shall we try it again?
What?
Shall we see if it works?
The spell?
Malfoy takes Harry's hand and places it on top of his.
Together.
What?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Harry knocks Malfoy's wand out of his hand. Malfoy grabs Harry. They kiss furiously. Their hands are everywhere. Harry rips off Malfoy's cloak, then his sweater. He looks at Malfoy's pale chest, his muscles tight and chiseled like a Greek god. Malfoy's hands go straight to Harry's belt. They keep kissing. They can't get enough of each other. Their tongues fence like swords. Malfoy pushes Harry's pants down.
Sorry. Oh, Malfoy. Potter.
Harry takes Malfoy's pants off. Together, they look at each other's wands.
Together.
They lead each other's wands. They lead each other's wands to their secret caves. Together at the same time, they become one, entering each other at the same time. They didn't know where one started or the other ended. Harry runs his fingers through Malfoy's hair. They kiss.
Opposites attract, don't they, Potter?
Harry laughs.
They do.
Chapter 9. Dorm common room later that night. Harry, feeling really guilty, walks up to the common room. In an armchair sits Ron.
Where have you been, Harry?
Ron.
No! I don't want to hear it. I left Hermione for you, Harry. I left her for you, and you were with him. What did you guys do? Did you do it?
Ron.
Ron stands up. He faces Harry.
Tell me, Harry Potter, did you do it?
Yes.
How could you?
There's something there, Ron. He's changed. He wants to see the world. And I want to see it with him.
Ron starts crying. Harry goes over to Ron. He pats him on his shoulder.
You know, Ron, it could be the three of us.
Ron looks up.
What do you mean?
Me, you,
And Malfoy.
it doesn't have to be just the two of us, you know.
Harry, that's wrong.
No, it's just right.
I finished the fanfic, and it was 19 pages long. I was really excited and proud, so I uploaded my story onto the site, and I just waited and waited and waited. I went to sleep that night dreaming that my story was going to be just amazing, that I was gonna get 500,000 followers. I thought to myself, will I get a new site record? And will I gain fanfiction fame? So the next morning I went to the computer and I checked how many people read my fanfic, and I definitely did not get 500,000 views. Not even close. I got 80 views and one comment that said, well, that was interesting. I was actually really sad and I was really crushed. But the good thing is that because nobody cared and nobody read my story, no one had the opportunity to call me out as a fraud. So it gave me encouragement to keep on writing, which I did. So nearly a decade later in college, I actually scored a gig to ghostwrite erotic historical romance novels. And I don't know if it was from my clear expertise on writing sex scenes or because I double majored in art history and English lit. Doesn't matter, because love is unlikely, but my knack at erotic fan fiction isn't. So now the conclusion to my homoerotic Harry Potter fanfic, Chapter 10, Secret Dorm Corridor later that day. Ron and Harry walk over to the secret third floor corridor. Malfoy waits for them.
Malfoy.
Weasley.
Harry tugs them both.
Now. We didn't defeat Voldemort to do this.
Ron nods.
You're right.
Yes, Harry.
Harry first kisses Malfoy. Then he kisses Ron. Then Harry takes a step back.
You guys kiss each other.
At first, Ron and Malfoy go into the kiss with resistance. Then they start kissing passionately.
Hey, you guys. Make some room for me.
The three share a laugh. Soon, their clothes disappear, their wands drawn out. The smell of Amorentia fills the air even though no one made it. Love enters in and out, in and out, in and out. Afterwards, the three are on the floor, panting and tired.
This was unlikely.
Harry, Ron, and Malfoy exchange a smile.
It was unlikely. Love.
Thank you.